4 weeks ago I stepped out on stage looking like this, and now I look like this. I went from completely shredded to fat in less than a month. For those of you that don't know, I just came second in my first bodybuilding show, and it's safe to say that the binge after was pretty detrimental, to say the least. So let's rewind the clock a little bit and I'll explain what my diet was looking like before the show, after the show, and what it's looking like now, and basically my plan in 60 days to get back to shredded again. Let's go. So on prep, this is pretty much the only thing I ate. 5% fat minced beef. So on my prep for the bodybuilding show, I was literally just eating a carnivore diet. So this was, as I say, 5% minced beef, three times a day. That was all I was having. Like, that was literally, when I say that's the only thing I was eating, I'm lying a little bit. I ate 5% fat minced beef. These babies, each packet of these are about 20-30 calories, and that makes 2 portions of jelly this big. So when you're starving, very filling, very tasty, and it just makes you not feel starving. So if you are trying to cut, highly recommend. But back to the diet, so it was literally 150 grams of minced beef for breakfast, then I would have 220 grams of minced beef for lunch, and then I would have 220 grams of minced beef again with a protein shake and 2 of these. That was all I was eating for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. On top of training, on top of cardio, and
heaps of coffee.
Heaps of black coffee.
Cortisol every day.
Yeah, so basically my cortisol levels were just through the roof, just drinking loads of coffee and then loads of nicotine pouches and snus, because natural appetite was suppressant. And I mean, if you feel miserable, at least you're getting a little buzz of something. Wouldn't recommend for health, but for getting shredded, works a charm. So it's pretty safe to say that it was like an intensive cut. It was a pretty much carnivore diet, really. I didn't really have any carbs at all other than what I've just said. And I was just running on caffeine and snus, so I was pretty cooked. I mean, I'm looking so watery even now, I can tell. Christ! How lovely and kind and full of life was I through the cutting process?
Not very.
No.
Hungry.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
So hungry. So as you can imagine, I was pretty hungry. Through this process, I did have a couple of refeed days, which it was a refeed day, and I did keep relatively strict to the diet, obviously, because I had a bodybuilding show to try and win. Came second, so second place. It wasn't like a cheat meal, it was like a proper, right, we're having 400 grams of carbs, that's what you're having. And that was no sugars and crap normally. The reason for the refeed days, if you don't already know, is just replenishes your glycogen storage, and helps you shed like the water weight and stuff, because your body's under so much stress that it can soak up the water weight, so you actually end up losing weight after a refeed day. So I found this when I went on holiday to Alicante with Mr. Harry Crosgrove. For the time I was there, I pretty much was completely off diet. So I was on this crazy strict diet, did 4 or 5 days of just eating whatever I wanted. And then after the holiday, I lost weight. Pretty crazy how it works, pretty optimal as well for what I was trying to do. So very nice. So once it got around a peak week, I was pretty excited just because I knew it was finally time to have some carbs and some normal food. So the peak week was basically, first day was 200 grams of carbs, second day 200 grams, then third day I had like 300-400, and then by the end I was on like 600 grams of carbs for like when I was like 2-3 days out. So I was feeling pretty filled out, pretty full, but I said, bullshit. But this is probably the best part of it all, just because I went from being so depleted, so flat, glycogen storage is at like nil, and then now we can start eating some carbs, start to fill out, looking big, looking strong. Like if you want to stay at any like look for the rest of your life, it's like that. It's that peak week look where you're just super filled out and just feel good. you're not tired anymore, you're not doing the cardio anymore. You're just like, yeah, we're fucking ready to go, man. Like, it is a good feeling. Just especially after, because the week before was where I'd like stepped the cardio up, calories were still just stupid low, and I was just like on death's door. And then came the downfall of man. The 7 deadly sins. Greed. As you can imagine, months of dieting led to a level of greed unimagined, unfathomable. Let me show you some of the leftovers, which I've not touched because I bought so much food at Costco on peak week, ready for after the show.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bacon.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
What's left is just a memory. 1 kilo of marshmallows, 64 Ferrero Rochers, cakes in jars. There was more, and it was eaten. So straight after the show, I did like a little video where we went to Five Guys, we got Domino's, had some carrot cake and stuff, and then for the day after that, and during that day as well, I literally just ate like chocolate bars, biscuits, everything that I'd missed and dreamed of. I was just gorging on it. And that kind of continued for how long? 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks. There was one point where I was staying at Kaylin's house, and I woke up in the middle of the night, like it was 2 in the morning, and I literally just woke up and I just turned to her, I just said, pass the biscuits. And I ate about half a pack of biscuits. So I ate 600 calories in about 30 seconds and then went straight back to sleep. 600 calories is like half a day's food of what I was on. This just isn't sustainable. This is not healthy, and it's not how I should have been acting, but I couldn't control myself. So yeah, basically we did like 2 weeks of just binge eating. I just ate whatever I wanted. I was crushing like bowls of cereal and just being fat and then just enjoying myself, because obviously I had worked really hard and it was deserved. And if you've done something like this, you understand it's just what you do, and you know, whatever. Obviously you're not supposed to take it to the extreme. I did, but you know, this is my first time doing a show, and I'd missed food too much, and I'm just greedy, and I'm just fat, and I just want to eat crap all the time. So, sorry. However, this did come with some slight health concerning side effects.
What's up, guys? It's Quandale Dingle here.
Not good. Imbalanced hormones.
So obviously when you're doing a natural show, you've got no testosterone. So the 2-month period kind of before the show was when I could definitely tell my testosterone levels were just hitting rock bottom. Had no sex drive, had no energy, felt like shit all the time. Like it's the worst feeling I've ever kind of felt, to be honest. Well, close. Awful, okay? So let me put it on a timeline for you guys to understand, okay? This is how my body has reacted to this extreme level of stress that it's been under. So we've done months of dieting. We've then done a peak week where we've kind of increased the carbs. It's still been healthy and clean. We've done the show, and then we've done 2 weeks of spiking my insulin every 20 minutes with chocolate, cake, and biscuits. My hormones have dipped to nothing. Then I've spiked them back up, and I'm spiking my blood sugar like this. So after that 2-week period, I decided, okay, we're gonna eat clean now, but we're gonna keep the portions relatively big-ish, so I'm still full and don't feel like shit. And this is where I had my first hypo. Now, what is a hypo, you may ask? This is a result of low blood sugar. This is what people with like diabetes and stuff experience. I don't have diabetes. So when I was at work and I started shaking like this because I had no sugar in me, I was pretty nervous, and I booked a blood test immediately, which is due in a week. So we'll find out the results, and I'll make a follow-up video on that. And along with the hypo, there was some other side effects from the stress related to my binge eating and extreme dieting. My hair started to fall out. So this is like a shedding. It's not like I'm going bald. I'm not gonna look like Andrew Tate next week. I'm gonna be fine, guys. But a lot of hair has fallen out, and it's slowed down a lot more now recently. But the past few days, I was pulling out large handfuls of hair every time I stroked it, as if I just stroked a dog in heat. It was not looking good. So that is also something else to consider, that these extreme diets and fluctuating your bodies and your hormone like this is dangerous, and it causes your body to react because you're under stress and your cortisol levels are through the roof. Keep that in mind. Be safe. If you're dieting, do it properly. Make sure you're having your vitamins, minerals, and you're basically just taking care of yourself, because it's not worth feeling like that. It's not worth your hair falling out. Like, nothing is worth your health. Keep that in mind. This might look bad to use. This feels even worse for me. So, abs definition completely kind of gone. We're just looking like a bit of a chunky monkey. It was absolutely worth all the food though, I promise.
Not the hair loss.
Definitely not the hair loss.
Hair loss.
Run up the stairs as fast as you can. Come on, run, 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 run. Get in there. So, I want to get shredded again. It feels shit being fat. It's the worst. If you're fat now, lose weight. Just.
It's completely optional to you, but choose health.
Choose health. Just choose health, okay? Doing what I did is not healthy. I'm not advertising it. I'm not promoting it. I'm saying this is my first time doing a show. Obviously, your body is going to be craving certain things, and those cravings are kind of out of your control. Like, it's like a primal sense of hunger. I can't even describe it. It's not like greed. It's like, I need to eat or I'm going to die. So this binge is, you've just got to control it. You've got to be careful, and you've got to look after your health, because that is number one. And if your blood sugar is going all over the place, your hormones are going all over the place, this isn't sustainable. This isn't good. Get your bloods checked and get yourself a good clean diet, and make sure you can just bring yourself back to reality, because otherwise you're going to do some permanent damage. Luckily for me, it's just a little bit of hair shedding, but if your cortisol levels are too high, you can fucking kill yourself. Be careful. So that brings me on to what am I now going to do to get from being shredded bodybuilder 4 weeks ago to now fat plod to then shredded again. So I'm setting myself a challenge for 60 days time to get back on track. So we're not exactly going to be going for stage ready, because I don't need to be stage ready. I just need to have some sexy abs, so then my girlfriend can caress me and tell me how handsome and sweet I am, and so then I can sleep well and restful at night.
I'll do that anyways.
No, I need abs now. And if you don't have that same mindset, get off this video and do some push-ups. So the plan now is to basically just go back to a not calorie deficit, because again, my hormones are still trying to get themselves back on balance. I don't want to stress myself out too much. We're going to go to maintenance calories. We're going to run that for a few weeks. We're going to try and lose some more of this water weight, try and lose some more of this fat. We're increasing the cardio, making sure we're training hard and walking, just getting crazy steps in. Obviously, if you watched the last video, my car broke, so I'm having to ride my fucking little bike everywhere like I'm 15. So again, more cardio, excellent. The main reason I want to do this is, well, because I want to look good and sexy again, and I want to feel healthy again. I want to show people that you can go from being overweight, fat, and then going back to being lean and looking good and feeling healthy again in just a short period of time. It just takes a bit of time. You can fix these problems if you just get the right guidance, the right help, and the right resources available that I can help you provide. I can provide help with. Coaching down below. So yeah, that is the general plan. We're gonna get shredded again, guys. We're gonna look ripped, we're gonna look sexy, and we're gonna... So if there's any takeaways from this video, it's number one, you need to educate yourself and prioritize your health. This is the most important thing, okay guys? If you've never done bodybuilding before and you don't have a coach or you don't have the knowledge, get a coach. Educate yourself, learn as much as you can about health, food, nutrition, because your health is number one. You don't want to be putting that at risk for the sake of 4 judges to look at your body and say that you're good or no good. Even though you probably look great, you probably feel great. You don't need to go into that sport if you need to take into account the consequences of doing something like a bodybuilding show. You know, it is quite hard on the body. It's one of the most difficult sports out there because It's not like you're pushing yourself to run faster or kick a ball better than the other guy or something. You literally just have to starve yourself until there's nothing left but pure fucking muscle. This isn't good for your hormones, this isn't good for your health, and if you're doing it long term, I mean, come on guys, most of these bodybuilders aren't exactly the pinnacle of health to say they're all on loads of steroids, they're all on loads of juice, you know. I did a natural show, which is great, but then again, there's still going to be negative side effects from that as well. Secondly is self-forgiveness. If you went through a stage of stress, maybe you went through a divorce, a breakup, whatever it might be, there's a million different things why people feel stressed. And normally what happens is you go through a little binge, you might do drugs, you might do this, everyone's got their poison. But you just need to forgive yourself and use it as motivation to just be better and move forward, okay guys? And finally, let me be your motivation, okay? I'm showing you guys the full process. I'm trying to be as open and honest as I can with everything that I do, because I want people to see the truth, because there's so many people that lie online, and especially in the fitness industry, there's like a million fake natties, people who say they've been on this diet and that diet and this is how they got to this and that, when really it was just the fucking trend the doctor was jabbing in their arse cheek 3 times a day. So let this video be the motivation for you guys that you can always bounce back. You can go from great to then dropping back down and falling on your feet, but you can always stand back up and get back on track. Thanks very much everyone for watching, and be ready for the next video. It's going to be a banger. Bye bye.